1, 2, 3.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with FE, where we go from the closing table to the kitchen table slash, you know the deal, the kitchen island. Today we are making red beans and rice, but make it Daniel Fast approved, which really we're just swapping out the white rice for the brown rice. The only difference I'm seeing. Also, our topic for today is this a good market to buy in? Are we supposed to be waiting for some big market crash? And really, you should stop delaying. It's all gonna make sense, you know, all three of those things in the conversation right now. So let's jump into the recipe. Alrighty, so we're starting this recipe off with cutting. We are starting this recipe off with cutting up the vegetables. We've got celery again. If you're here last week, you saw celery. I've been snacking on these all week, and greatest decision I've ever made. This little tiny packet is great to stick in your purse, but you know, today we use it for the recipe. And then you're gonna need a green pepper and a red pepper. And we're gonna start with the celery sticks just because peppers kind of sort of intimidate me just a little bit. I don't know, no, I was about to say something in Spanish, but that's not what that meant at all. This is why I should stick to the language I know. But, all right. So, you're going to watch me cut up celery again. This time, we're not getting rid of any of the pieces. We're just going to cut her up. Now, first thing, is this a good market to buy in? Yes. Why? Because it's a buyer's market right now. Some people will say that this is just a weak seller's market because of the prices still being pretty high, but our prices here in Killeen are quite low, if we're honest. We were just ranked as the #1 city that is great for first-time home buyers. Why? Because of our prices. And that's after this whole seller's market that jacked up prices and things like that. We are still very reasonably priced here in Killeen. So if we're going on price alone to call it a seller's market, it's not a seller's market. Want to know why? Because sellers are doing a lot. Sellers are repainting their entire house to make it look great for the clients. They're also giving concessions such as closing costs as well as paying down your points. Now, if I've heard of a seller's market, never have they done that. Seller's market was they had 20 offers on one home and you were low-key trying to give up a kid to get it. So, just saying. In this market, however, you can take your time with sending in an offer, see as many homes. Don't wear your agent out taking them to see 10 homes. They won't tell you this, but no one wants to go see 10 homes. Narrow it down, please. But don't wear them out. Don't wear your agent out. But you still can take your time with deciding because there's not a lot of buyers on the market due to the interest rates being where they're at. But one thing many people do not know is sellers are buying down your interest rate. If you can get pre-approved with the interest rates where they're at right now, and the only thing you don't like is what that monthly payment looks like, sellers buying down your interest rate changes that monthly payment. So it can be lowered by, now this is a lender statement / question. Your lender will be able to tell you how much it costs to buy down a point in your specific case. So we've got all of our, una más. No, that's not. Here we go. We're back. Una más means like something more, like I want more. I don't know why my brain is saying that. I meant un momento. That's what I meant. One moment. There we go. All right. To the pepper. We're going to, I feel like, again, this intimidates me. Because there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. Normally, I do it the wrong way. We're going to just cut it like this, because I know that's fine. And we're going to cut it like that, because I want to get rid of this little thing right here. There we go. We're going to, like, cut it down here. There we go. And we're going to cut around. We're going to cut around this thing. There we go. Here you go. Okay, not too bad. But I know I've seen TikToks where they make sure they just cut around that entire thing, but it looks all fancy, so that's what intimidated me before. I don't think we'll need this whole pepper, if I'm being quite honest. You guys like my British accent? I've been working on it, okay? All right, now just chop this up into little slivers. Do. Ugh, I'm sorry. I need to concentrate so I don't bust my fingers open. But as I was saying, this is a great market, and I'm saying that speaking life-wise for our agents, just because it's quite a slow market. A slow market is good for buyers because supply, even though it's still low, and because even though I can't speak today. Like, I don't get it. But even though supply is still very low, demand has lowered because of the interest rates. So I think it's a great time to buy. If you have the capacity to buy, don't delay buying. There's literally no point. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and finish chopping this up. There we go. And we're going to stick it all in the same bowl because it's going in the same pot. What's the point? What's the point? All right, so we cut that up. I kind of want to taste this. It tastes like water. What? Hopefully when it's cooked, it's supposed to give a little oomph. And we're just going to cut up the red one now. This one was way prettier. I just want to say that. And also more expensive. Now that I look at it, when I think of the price, it wasn't expensive, but it cost more than the green pepper. Why are they discriminating against green? I don't know. Maybe the same reason why if you have a red car, your car insurance is more expensive. Maybe it's the same reason. Red means living life, vida loca. And even the grocery stores think so. I'm just going to put that out there. It's an obvious bias. All right, so we're going to cut it up the same. You're going to cut around this thing. And I feel like it's too much to go scraping. We don't need all that. And we're just going to cut her the same way that we cut this up. And then we'll be heading over to the stove to saute. I believe that's the correct terminology for the chef people. I don't know. Oh, culinary folks. Yeah. Yeah. Saute is the correct term. Yeah, I know a little some. I know a little some. Okay, cool. So chop. Yeah, there's nothing else to chop up. Cool. Okay, beans. All right, so we've gotten everything cut up. Now we're going to put it in the little bowl. So, sidebar, something you guys should know. These dishes right here, they technically, well, they belong to us now, but you should never, ever, 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 I don't know if this is just a black thing, but I feel like it's just a black thing. Don't give black people your good Tupperware. Don't give black people your good Tupperware, okay? Because I'm going to keep it. I'm keeping it, okay? And I got this from my Auntie Janice. She's going to be on here for an episode and she's a chef, and so is her husband. They have bomb, expensive, hard, heavy duty Tupperware. She sent us home with some, and you see where it's at. I'm just going to put that out there. But we're going to head to the stove now, and we're going to saute all of this. We've got the celery, green onions, red onions. I'll meet you over there. Okay, so we're at the stove now. And I've already got it on medium high. It's at like 5. It's in there, that range. And the recipe said to stick first our vegetables. Ooh. Recipe said to put oil in the pan first. So obviously we're using avocado oil because it is a healthy oil. This is the first time I've ever really let a pan heat up. Look at how smooth that's. Ooh. Apparently this is how cooks you're supposed to do it. Owie. Alright, we're gonna stick all this in there. So pretty, all of the colors. Alright, there we go. Here we go, all of it in there. Cool beans. And we're just gonna saute this now. So, as I told you before, I also wanted to kind of talk to you about the whole should we be waiting on a market crash type of situation. And then also to the people that are, declaring or like speaking, oh, the crash is coming and all of this stuff. Firstly, now, if you work in stocks or this is your entire job to predict the market crash, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that just kind of repeat that. We have only had 2 crashes within the last 100 years, and that was the Great Depression and 2008. And in both case scenarios, that was disastrous. People lost their jobs. People went hungry and homeless. I think sometimes we forget what we ask for when we're so consumed in our own life of You want the market to crash so you can get a cheap house? When in reality, the market crashing means thousands of people losing their job. Can we kind of see how that doesn't make sense when, oops, we see how that doesn't make sense when in reality, buy a house when you can buy a house. We all know the economy is skyrocketing. Inflation is a thing. We all know that, okay? But to declare and to speak life into a market crash where so much travesty will come from that, even outside of the home prices going down, that's wrong. Power of life and death is in your tongue. And the more you speak of a thing, that's horrible. Whether your family would be affected by it or not, that's horrible. Let's not claim that or speak that, because there's other ramifications that come with a market crash. So, putting that out there for you guys. Now, is there another market crash coming? No. 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 Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. No. All right, so we're going to leave this, and it's going to simmer until the vegetables, I don't know why I feel like, I don't even know if that's an actual Valley Girl accent, but I feel like talking like this now. We're going to leave the vegetables in here until they're soft and a little, actually, I feel like not lettuce, what is this? I feel like the celery is going to get translucent the softer it is. And I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Turn it up, because I feel like it's not doing what it needs to do. Turn it up. Here. Sauce it up. Alrighty, so we've got pretty soft vegetables now. Next step is to take 1 cup of water. I don't want to I feel. Alright. Just snuffed all of our sizzle out. 1 cup of water, and then you're going to add in your, I think it's called Creole seasoning. Don't, if it's not, just don't. Thanks. Also, I made this seasoning myself, so since this is Daniel Fast allowed, the recipe suggested you make your own Creole seasoning, just so, no added sugars, or I don't know. Apparently the pre-made one is a little questionable. The only thing that I did not have, and they didn't have at Walmart for the seasoning recipe, was thyme or thyme. I don't know how y'all like to pronounce that, but they didn't have it, so we didn't have it. And we're just going to let this, I don't really know if it's supposed to come to a boil or not. It just said add it in. Un momento. I'm going to grab the recipe. Technically, I did mess up the measurement for the seasoning, but I did that off camera. And I didn't have to tell you that, but integrity. It's supposed to be teaspoons of some stuff, and I definitely put tablespoons of some stuff. So, there's that. But, again, who cares? So now, since we stirred it well, I feel like we can add it. This is a lifesaver. I feel like I've shown you these before, but it's rice in a cup that you put in there for a minute, and then it's done. So I've got 2 rices in a cup. I probably needed more rice in a cup. I probably should have just got the box instead of trying to do it the lazy way out. Because this is I totally needed another thing of the rice in the cup. Me, thinking I'm doing something. No, I may not. You want to know why? Because we're putting beans in here too. I may not. I definitely needed a bigger bowl. Or, this is not a bowl. What is this? A pan. Alright, cool. We're getting somewhere. Mix this up. This smells good. I'm excited to eat. Mwahaha. Okay, this looks right. I feel like this looks great, actually. Now, I already drained the light red beans / the kidney beans. If anyone knows why they're called kidney beans, let me know. Didn't know why. Didn't know they were called kidney beans in the first place. There we go. 1 can. 2 cans. And again, I've already drained them because I felt like the excess water or whatever juice was just not needed. That one apparently I didn't drain well enough. Cool. Totally need a bigger situation. But we're going to make this work. We're going to make this work, and I'm not going to make a mess. And that is me speaking life, because this pan is a little small. Just a little. It's going to work, though. And I'm not going to make a mess. Not going to make a mess. Am I saying that to try to convince myself? Probably. Not going to make a mess. I'm not going to make a mess. Did you really cook if you didn't make a mess? Yes, you did. Nobody wants a mess. There we go. Totally needed more rice. That's okay. If we had more rice, we definitely would have been making a mess. Here you go. Okay. This wasn't too bad, though. This was nice and easy. Quick and easy. All the rice is in this one corner, and I don't like that. Alright. So, it's my first time making red beans and rice, even though it was the Daniel Fast version. It can only get better from here. That's how I feel. I haven't taste tested none of this. Ooh. Too many beans. I could have done 1 can. I didn't need the 2. But are we professionals here? No. We're not. Alright. I feel like that's the best we're going to get. Yeah. I feel like this is the best we're going to get right now. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Pat that down in there. I don't like how many beans I'm seeing. There we go. Pat that in there. And we're going to let this sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Let it cook thoroughly. Next time you see us, we'll be back at the island. Alright, so we're back at the kitchen island, and it is time to taste test. Finally, I'm hungry. So, and this cooled down a little bit. It didn't cool down that much. Oh. So it's too hot to taste right now. So we're going to chat for a second. Because all I taste is my tongue burning and a little bit of spice. So last thing I want to leave you with today before I rate this is don't let fear stop you from doing anything. The fear of, oh, the market's going to crash, or even sprouting that fear into the atmosphere to try to get a house, don't do that. Literally, the moment you can buy then. That is what's perfect. It's the perfect time for you. Also, don't let people convince you. If you never heard about the market crash and then someone's telling you, oh, the market's going to crash, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. I have witnessed so many people, because of a cousin, an aunt, who think they know better than their real estate agent, tell them, oh, well, no, that's not a good deal. And then 3 months later, I get a phone call and it's, I should have listened to you because X, Y, and Z. So take the advice from the professional. I promise I have your best interest in mind, which is to make you a homeowner, okay? No more renting. Just no more renting. We just want to get there. The moment you get your first house, that says I can get a second one. And then that could be passed down to your children and their children as a rental property or anything else. So don't let anyone speak fear into you to stop you from buying a house, including, oh, the market's going to crash. No. Okay? Cool beans. The Lord has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Make that sound decision and buy a house. All right. Now, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Because really all I taste is spice. I feel like I could have added some vegetarian sausage. I could have added vegetarian sausage, and that would have made this 10 out of 10. Hands down, kaplawi. Great thing in the world. But as of right now, yeah, dang, the sausage would have took it up 7, 8, 9, 3 points. Sausage would have given it 3 points. Right now it says it's at a 7. Because it's good and I'm hungry. A lot spicier than I had imagined. But it's good. No complaints out of me. Still real hot. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching Cooking with FE, where we go from the closing table to the kitchen table / the kitchen island and sometimes the stove. I hope to see you guys next week for another recipe, same day, same time. Bye.
2, 3.